Hey guys, welcome back. I'm currently in Japan and I'm at this beautiful fish store called Aqua Revue, and we're gonna be doing a tour today. Let's get straight into this. This store is really beautiful. So this is the entrance. You can see the name of the store is up there, and there are these containers with some beautiful rocks, scaping rocks, and all these driftwood. It's amazing. And then there are smaller ones back there. And check this out. This is kind of like what my uncle has, except my uncle's one is a smaller version of this. And as you can see, there's no lights, there's no heaters, no filters, but all the fish do really well. This is really common in Japan. All the plants in here, it's pretty amazing. Look at these rice fish, they're so beautiful. So let's go and take a closer look inside. So when you walk in, this right here is the first tank that you see. It's a pretty nice sized tank, and you can see it's got the blue and white background with a lot of tetras in here, and it's just beautifully scaped. And I think this was in a pretty popular magazine as well. And then we come to the right side and there's this little tank right here. This is a pretty little tank. You can see the size there. It's really nice. A lot of mosses, the ADA Aqua Skylight, and then here too, this tank, but I think you should see this tank from the front, from the outside. And now let's take a look at this tank. You can see some of the rocks here. It's really big, really nice. And take a look at this type of rock. It's like a round, I'm not so sure what kind of rock it is, but it's pretty unique. I've never seen anything like that in a tank before. And you can see all these, what are these called? Lamp-eye killifish. Looks really nice in the tank. Here's the light. And then over here you have another. This tank, I was told, is newly set up. They had like a aquascaping workshop or something. You can see right here, just a few days ago. And this is what it looks like right now. But they say they're hoping that it turns out to be like this. I think it'll look very nice soon. And here, check out these cherry barbs. These cherry barbs here, those colors are amazing. And the plants here, I love this Anubias. It's just like a nice bush of Anubias here as well. And then here's another small tank. The colors of this one is really bright and vibrant. Looks nice. And then here are some of the plants and fish that you can get. So a selection of cardinal tetras, as well as this, the black phantom tetra, and there's some bulbitis in there. Down here there's some bucephalandras. I'm not so sure what this is, some kind of, I forgot the name of that. And there's Java ferns. There's the needle leaf Java fern there. And then down here there's a lot more plants, some stem plants. More bucephalandra. I think these are hair grass maybe. And look at these German blue rams. And then there's some bulbitis as well. Is that an Anubias cophifolia? It's a nice small piece. Let's take a look at the other side. So here, I'm not too sure what this is, but it's like a little scape. It's not filled with any water. Oh, but there is some moss. That looks pretty nice. And then down here, there's a bunch more stem plants and some of this. And then here, I think these are Paludarium plants. And these plants just look so healthy. And I like this system a lot. You can see the water just trickling down. And then there's one more section here with a few more fish. So some of these fish are really unique. Check this out. There's some Tucano tetras in here, which are pretty rare and they're not so common, and they're one of my favorite tetras, to be honest, but they're a little bit expensive. And then there's some more tetras over here. I'm not too sure what type of tetra this is. Maybe you guys will know. And then beside that, there are some thread fin rainbows. Pretty small size, so they will do well in a newly set up tank. And I love how these tanks are laid out. They're so simple. Some gravel, some plants, and then the fish. And then going down below here, some ember tetras. These are beautiful, and you can see the sign there. And then here there's some rasboras. Check that out. Some celestial pearl daniels as well, but I don't think they have any in here right now. And here's a few more tetras, as well as some Siamese algae eaters. And then down below you've got a tank, a larger tank, and there's some beautiful rummy-nosed tetras, as well as some red phantoms and a few other types. And then at the very end of the shop, there's this really nice tank. It looks like a cube tank to me. And just check out the scape of this. I love how it goes up like a little hill. There's some thread fin rainbows in there. And then there's some equipment on the side of this shelf. And then if we come around, there's this tank right here. I love the plants in this. Check how red these are. This is the lighting they're using. And then you can see some of the plants are growing out of the surface, above the surface. And check this out. Crystal red cherry shrimp. Those are really beautiful. Up here are some of those Tucano tetras, as well as the ember tetras, and some cardinal tetras as well. Look how red this tank looks. It's so beautiful. Let's take a look back here at one of the largest tanks in the store. I think this is 5 feet maybe, or somewhere around there, but this thing is massive. Take a look at the plants growing above the surface, and this rainbow fish, this Bosmani rainbow fish here is huge. And a whole bunch of tetras. The rummy-nosed tetras in this tank are also big. They're looking really beautiful. And the plant selection of this tank is just amazing. You can see how much CO2 they're putting into the tank. You can see on this tank that they have 3 sets of lights. Rainbow fish がすごい綺麗。ボーズマニ。お、すごいいっぱい出てきた。
綺麗でしょ？はい。お腹空いてんの？
そうだね。お食事タイムだ。
そうそうそう。
Just looks like a whole ecosystem in this tank. I mean, like every tank is like that. And then here is some of the ADA equipment, and you can see some fertilizers there, some tools that I've never even seen before. It's pretty amazing. And here's another scaped tank. With some Amano shrimp. Check out this little dinosaur. And this painting. Alright, check this out. Is this what you call a paludarium? This thing is beautiful. Look, I love how the glass is cut out so that you can actually see inside without having a glass barrier. This is one of the nicest paludariums I've ever seen. And you can see some fish swimming in there. And then over here is another one, another tank. And I love this driftwood. This here is a refrigerator with some tissue culture plants, and you can see there's a whole selection of them, a whole list for you to choose. So nicely set up. And then over here is, I think, a 4-foot tank, 120 cm. And there's some rainbow fish in here. You can see some Bosemani, some dwarf neon rainbows, some Amano shrimp at the bottom. I just love how they put so much Anubias in this tank, and as well as the lotus, the tiger lotus. It looks beautiful. And you can see some of them even going up to the surface. And there's a skimmer right there. So this is what the tank looks like when it was photographed for a competition. It's beautiful. And then that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed the store tour. This is definitely one of my favorite stores that I've visited in Japan, and I hope to visit more stores like this and show you guys around so that you can see what it's like in Japan. All these beautiful aquascaping fish stores, and every corner of the store you look at, there's some greenery and there's some nature. And you see this little window right here, there's a beautiful plant in there, and it's just like, I don't know what to say. It's so nice. I wish I could come here every single day. So if you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Also hit the red subscribe button down below if you're new to this channel so that you don't miss stuff like this. And I will see you next time.